Today on the Caribbean Spot, we're covering what may be the Caribbean's most critical wake-up call in decades. The Trump administration says the Caribbean is a friend. But how do you treat a friend? You don't hit them with tariffs while pretending it's a blessing. You don't cripple the economy with one hand and shake theirs with the other. And yet, that's exactly what's happening. As of today, over 50 countries have reached out to the U.S. administration seeking negotiations over these new tariffs. Trump's team has confirmed they are open to talks, but there's no sign that the Caribbean has even been invited to the table. So what does that tell us? That this isn't personal, it's political, it's strategic, and this is your wake-up call. Hi guys, and welcome back to the Caribbean Spot. In today's video, we are covering the tariff wake-up call, rise or stay dependent Caribbean. So Donald Trump launched a new economic push to rebalance trade, calling it a reciprocal policy. But make no mistake, this isn't just about fairness, it's about economic control. On April 2nd, Trump announced a 10% minimum tariff across the board, claimed the U.S. has been pillaged and plundered by foreign nations, labeled it Liberation Day for the U.S. economy. And yes, over 50 countries have reportedly reached out for talks. Trump has agreed to meet with several of these countries, but even after calling the Caribbean a friend, we're still at 10%. No special treatment, no exemption. So Caribbean family, what does that tell us? Friendship doesn't mean protection. It means priority. And clearly, we weren't one. Let's talk about how our leaders responded. Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley, CARICOM chair, compared this moment to the upheaval of World War II, warning, if you buy food, electronics, or clothes, these tariffs will affect you. She called on the region to diversify, rebuild food security, and re-engage diplomatically. Grenada Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, at the launch of the Maribo Tissue Culture Lab, echoed, don't just plan for Grenada, plan for the region. Yet Grenada has not issued an official response to the U.S. tariffs. Meanwhile, Guyana, reportedly facing up to 38% in tariffs due to its growing oil, rum, and timber exports, is learning firsthand that partner doesn't mean exempt. Let's not fool ourselves. There's a saying, I may call you a friend, but that doesn't mean you treat me like one. And if you've been watching closely, that's exactly what just played out. After branding the Caribbean as a friend, Secretary Rubio landed in our region with warm words and handshakes. He praised our values, called us partners, spoke glowingly of our shared history and mutual interests. But what followed was no ordinary diplomatic visit. It was a business trip in disguise. In Jamaica, he stressed that energy is the foundation of national development. I agree. You cannot have manufacturing without reliable and affordable energy. I also agree. In Guyana, he expanded further. Reliable and affordable energy is what makes prosperity and transformation possible. I agree. Let's call it what it is, a well-dressed sales pitch, the old snake oil salesman tactic. Compliment you first, then sell you something. His visit wasn't about us. It was about locking in buyers for American energy exports. That's the play. Am I knocking him or America? No. They want to make America great again. So they have a lot of reliable energy to export. So they're looking for buyers, right? Caribbean, this is your sign to stop depending on one country. It's dangerous. Well, Marco Rubio said that as well concerning the shipbuilding, right? It's dangerous. Let's shift our lens from seeing this as a catastrophe and instead recognize the hand of God in all of this. Sometimes God uses disruptions to provoke direction. If this tariff wasn't imposed, we would still be clinging to the false comfort of tourism, but now we're hearing nations call on their farmers. We're hearing leaders speak on food security. We're finally being forced to rethink and rebuild. That is good. The start may be rough. The process change is always hard. But now is the time to put your trust in God and ask, Father God, where do you want to take our nation? What sectors should we develop? What partnerships should we pursue? What vision do you have for us? This tariff is a blessing in disguise. We've gotten comfortable. Now we must get serious. If our leaders lack vision, God will replace them. Because the time to transform the Caribbean is now. We must build our own shipping fleet, buy it, partner together. We got a lot of money. There's billionaires out here in the Caribbean. Check the guy in Dominica. That's what they say. Story coming soon. We must build our own trade channels. We must invest in our own people. The Caribbean can and will become a self-reliant force, but only if we act. The plan. What we must do. The Caribbean has for far too long been asleep on its own brilliant minds and inventors. Across these islands, innovative thinkers are ignored because some governments and institutions can't seem to recognize when God is sending help. This pig-headedness must stop now. A perfect example of this is Grenada. There's a brilliant inventor on the island, a man known by many as the cane juice man on Wall Street in Grand Anse. So this man built a machine that can remove the flesh of a golden apple or a pomsite while leaving the seed intact. Isn't that incredible? And yet, for years, the government of Grenada has turned a blind eye. This man has probably thousands of machinery, right? Some he has already created and it's working, right? And others, he has like prototypes and stuff like that. But my point here is how many more brilliant inventors across the Caribbean are just like sidelined because of politics, because of lack of vision. I am sure, apart from building machinery, that this man is talented enough with God-given talent. He did not get a degree from some university like some of the people that I went to school with, and they're brilliant engineers as well, right? We have the resources, but we're not using it at all, right? It's time we start using our resources. That's our way forward. Let this be a call to everyone. Find the inventors among us, support them, invest, build partnerships, whatever we need to do to get our region where we need it to be. And now, here's a full plan of action. Invest in agro and food security. Ramp up agriculture. Use idle land. Provide free seeds, high quality seeds to farmers and citizens. Grow rice, potatoes, onions, garlic. Everyone can grow. Backyard gardens, buckets, jugs, no excuse. Just start with seedlings. Grow something. Stop the political divide. End party favoritism in agriculture support. Make seeds and resources available to all willing citizens. Unite across party lines. For lack of vision, the people perish. Start regional crop planting. Let me say that again. Start regional crop planting. If we are one Caribbean body, we need to function from now onward as a body. We must ensure that we are maximizing what we have across the region. Don't let everyone grow the same crop. Focus on what is important the most. Potatoes, onions, rice. Trade within the region. Import animals and products from each other. Share knowledge and agricultural resources. Here's the next thing. Secure land in Africa. Yes, Africa. Buy land in countries like Ghana. Grow rice. Build industries. Create jobs for both regions. You might be saying, well, this girl's going over the top. Yes, yes. We do not have the square footage, right? But if we have land in some other place where we can grow our food, grow more food, it's like an extension, right? It's an extension of the Caribbean. And we have that partnership with Ghana and other nations in Africa. Whatever we cannot grow or source in the Caribbean, there is an African nation to which we can look for resources, human or physical. Invest in Caribbean-owned shipping. We must own our transport channels. Invest in our own ships. If we plan to trade with Africa and the wider world, we must control the movement of our goods. Relying on foreign shipping will limit our independence. Call on the diaspora. Millionaires in the diaspora, come home. You have millionaires who are prime ministers, I believe billionaires as well. Invest in our countries. Governments, stop blocking diaspora investment because of politics. Treat your returning citizens like you treat the foreigners when you roll out the red carpet for them. Them days, they done. Caribbean people, this is it. The storm has come, but so has the shift. The US didn't turn its back. It simply prioritized itself. And now the Caribbean must do the same. We can't keep begging at the tables of nations who only remember us when it's convenient. I'm not saying this is the case with the US, right? We're still waiting to hear their feedback, right? We must rise, not with complaints, but with conviction. No more waiting for aid. No more waiting for handouts. The plan has been laid out. The tools are in our hands. The soil is fertile. The minds are brilliant. The time is now. Let this be the moment our region wakes up and never sleeps again. We must plant, build, invest, trade, unite. And most of all, trust in God, who is shaking the nations to wake up his people. For the trumpet gives an uncertain sound. Who shall prepare himself to the battle? 1 Corinthians 14:8. Well, this trumpet is clear. It's time to prepare. It's time to rise. Okay guys, that's all I have for you in this video. This is the Caribbean Spot, and this is your divine wake-up call. If the message stirred something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Start planting, start partnering from island to island. Let's become the Caribbean God always intended. See you on the next video. Bye.